Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and I don't know who has been subscribing, obviously, because it's people who don't show their subscriptions, but thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the content on here, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd recommend doing so, because then you get to, essentially have a say, more of a say, I should say, because everybody who watches my content has a say in what I watch, obviously. But you have more of a say in what I pick. Like, for example, the one I did yesterday, let's Google the Dragon Ball characters. You could pick what show I go through, or if you still want me to do Dragon Ball, you could pick what other characters you want me to do for, for that. I want to do High School DxD next because I checked the terms, and I think it was a good rating. It was either that or very good. I can't remember. But you all both all know what sorts of pictures could be in High School DxD. So even if I did a safe search, there's still a chance of something kind of odd popping up. But then again, I've almost finished High School DxD, so there's not too much more that could possibly pop up that could surprise me, besides spoiling anything that happens between episode 3, I think, and up for season 4. But yeah, you guys get to pick. So if you want to be able to have more of a say in what I react to, obviously, go on ahead and subscribe. Besides, you'll get notified whenever I upload. And if you don't, for whatever reason, like if your email is acting up or YouTube's not wanting to send out the notifications, that's when you join Discord, because then they get all of them. Even if I was to upload like 10 videos, they'd get all of them. So yeah, best to subscribe and join the Discord. That way you'll be guaranteed a notification. Either way. Anyway. But yeah, so far I am 192 subscribers away from getting to 1,000. That is insane. If I could get to 900 at the earliest by the end of the year, I doubt it, but you never know. I mean, crazier things have happened. But that'd be great. Anyway, this is going to be my review for Dragon Ball Z Kai 2014, or Dragon Ball Z Kai The Final Chapters, Episode 4. And this episode, Gohan kind of outs himself. And apparently a pterodactyl that he and Goten had befriended, the baby pterodactyl and his family, the baby was taken by a circus, a ringleader for a circus, essentially, just so he can make a profit off it. And obviously, with that sort of situation, the baby isn't treated well. And obviously, Gohan and Goten want to get it back to its home. Gohan tries a direct approach and approaching the guy and telling him that it's wrong how you're treating the baby pterodactyl, and to get it back to its home. And obviously, the guy didn't listen because the guy's making money, and obviously he doesn't want his cash cow to end. So Gohan tries the different approach. He dresses up as Great Saiyaman, sneaks over, grabs the baby, and leaves, but he gets caught trying to leave with the baby. So he has to make a run for it, and obviously he gets marked as a criminal, and even Videl tries to take him down, but once he realizes that if they don't get the baby back soon, the parents are going to show up and cause a ruckus looking for their kid. And sure enough, that's exactly what happens. Thankfully, Videl finally realizes that they're just there looking for their little baby, and she helps him out, and the ringleader obviously gets arrested. The baby's returned to its parents, and the parents and Gohan leave. And, yeah, Videl finally realized it's actually Gohan. No, she had kind of had her suspicions, but this confirmed it for her. So she confronts him about it, after talking to her dad about, what the previous champion for the tournament was. And, obviously he was talking about how it was some guy named Goku that he cheated and used tricks and all that to win. And I'm like, anybody else who watched the tournament would tell you otherwise, because yeah, you can claim that the light attacks, the energy attacks were just lights, but when it causes damage to concrete or makes the freaking ring disappear, like when Tien used his attack where he did this on Goku and it destroyed the entire ring and just left a big crater, that ain't no trick. Yeah. Anyway, Videl had looked it up, and when she saw a picture of Goku, she realized that that was his dad. And she kind of blackmails him and told him that if he doesn't want his secret getting out, that he has to participate in the next martial arts tournament with her. And he reluctantly agrees. And when he's talking to Bulma about it, Vegeta and Trunks both find out about it, and they both want to compete. And apparently there's a junior division that we never found out about until now, because if I remember correctly, even when Goku and Krillin were kids, they still participated with the adults and took down many adults in the process. So I guess this was recent? I guess this was after the Cell games, like before the time skip, essentially. I think. Something like that. Somewhere around there, essentially. So, anyway, when they find out and they want to enter, we hear Goku chiming in saying that he wants to enter too, when we find out that he's not only been training this whole time, but he's gotten fortune teller Baba to let him go down to Earth for a day, like she did with his grandpa Gohan before, so he could participate in the tournament. So now he's going to have to convince his mother of this. And we all know how Chi-Chi is when it comes to her son and fighting. Yeah. I obviously don't agree with some of Chi-Chi's methods, but I do understand where she's coming from. And the one thing I don't understand is why she just suddenly went from being single and having hardly interactions with Goku when they were kids to up and getting married to him right off the get-go. I mean, like, wouldn't you date first? But then again, he was the one who popped the question. And then again, like I said, he didn't even know what marriage was. I assume that Mr. Popo finally told him about, you know, women in marriage and stuff or something. I don't know. Somebody told him. Because when she mentioned it in that he had asked her to marry him, he was like, was I conscious when I did this? So he finally understands what marriage is. But apparently he didn't understand that you date first before marriage or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, he's going to have a hard time convincing Chi-Chi about this. I think Videl ended up telling him that there was a prize for the top 5 fighters. Like, I think it was, 10 million zenny for the first fighter, or first place. How much? I think it was, 7 million for second place, 5 million for third, 3 million for fourth, and 1 million for fifth place. So at least, at the worst, you get 1 million zenny out of it. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you like it and you haven't already subscribed, feel free to do so, because I'm doing obviously more than just Dragon Ball Z Kai. Anyway, I will see everybody next time.